Springboks win 32-14 over Italy, and let's be honest, not the best game of the year. As you guys can see, I'm not in my studio at the moment, currently in Cape Town. Watch the rugby out with a couple of my mates, Robin, Ross, and Conrad behind the camera. If you're a real OG of the channel, you might know Conrad. I don't know if he's going to show his face or not, so you can decide. Yeah, there he is.
Hey guys.
There's no mic there. Anyways, let's put the camera down and let's chat a little bit about this game. 32 points to 14. A red card that, in my opinion, and I normally provide both sides of the stories on this channel, but for the first time, I feel like that was not a red card at all. I looked at the red card from last week with Louis Dioka. I thought, as I saw it, that was a red card. This one for Franco Morsed was a lot softer. There was a lot more mitigation. There's no world, in my opinion, that is a straight red card. You guys can argue me in the comments, or you can agree. And if you haven't, please hit that subscribe button, because we're on our road to 50,000 subscribers. But for the first time, I think we saw Rassie Rasmus hit the panic button in that first half. A lot of people will call it a panic button. A lot of people will say that he was just trying to get the victory, and we've heard Rassie Rasmus and the Springboks say often that they're going to make these changes, 11 changes this week, and they're going to try and continue to win. And I think Rassie Rasmus maybe panicked just a little bit in that first half. We saw 4 changes in that first half. Bowen Fenter and Zachary Porthen getting taken off in sort of the first 20 minutes. Yes, Italy were dominating our scrums, but I think if you have the balls to make 11 changes and change the Springbok team and give these youngsters an opportunity and change the combinations, then you have to have the balls to see it through. I'm not saying they need to play the full game, but I'm saying they need at least 50 minutes. I think it was a little bit unfair of Rassie Rasmus to take especially Bowen Fenter and Zachary Porthen, because Bowen Fenter also went off in the 30th minutes against France. I think a little bit unfair of Rassie to take them off and replace them with Volkolo and Gerrit Steenekamp, because you back them to start, so back them to get the boys into a position where they can win the game with the bench sort of coming on. I'd be interested to hear what you guys think about those substitutions specifically. But then we had 2 more other substitutions in the first half. It was kind of Russian roulette. We didn't know who was coming, who was going. Franco Morsed getting the red card obviously wasn't the most ideal thing in the world, but Rassie Rasmus has said in previous press conferences that they do practice with 14 men, but today, I think with 11 changes, with the red card, with another yellow card in the second half, we were really stretched. I do think it was probably the best thing for the Springboks, especially with Ireland coming up. It really tested these new combinations. We kind of saw Andre Esterhuizen come on and filling in that 12 role, Ethan Hooker moving to wing, and I mean, to have someone like Andre Esterhuizen on the bench is almost a secret weapon at the moment. It's also a little bit of a cheat code, and I would argue the point that he might be the most valuable player in the Springbok setup at the moment, just because he can play that hybrid role between flank and inside centre. But Italy were dominant. They were all over us in sort of the first 50 minutes. They were winning set pieces, scrums, lineouts. They were dominating the aerial battle. And in the preview to this game, we kind of spoken about Caden Moody and Ethan Hooker playing inside and outside centre, and Andre Pollard at 10. We kind of thought that we would be going aerial in the midfield to sort of bring those tall, physical youngsters into the mix, let them win a couple of balls in the air, and we kind of play from there. We saw maybe 1 or 2 of those, but we did not get aerial dominance at all. We did not get scrum dominance. We did not get set piece dominance at all. Jeepers! There's that Cape Town wind coming. Let me just try and move a little bit here out of the wind for you guys. Can we turn the camera a bit? There we go. We're going to keep it rolling. We're going to halftime 10-3 up, and we always knew that the bench was going to play a part here for the Springboks to win this game. We knew Italy were always going to come out firing, just like the French did. And the boys stuck with it. And yes, in my opinion, Rassie Rasmus panicked, and we didn't have that impact that the bomb squad normally brought. But you don't need the impact of the bomb squad when Cocker Smith's on the bench, because that guy came on. It doesn't matter when he comes on, against which team, he makes an impact. And I'd argue that Cocker Smith was the most impactful player in that Springbok team against Italy this week. There's a lot to talk about it. I'm going to break down in a video tomorrow about it, but it's very windy here at the moment. We obviously don't have the best setup. Let me know what you guys think. 32 points to 14, look, we'll take it. It's a decent win, 18-point victory. I predicted a 20-point game, and with a red card, as well as a yellow card, as well as 11 changes, I think we'll take it as Springbok fans. But I do think we saw Rassie panic just a little bit for the first time in his career. You guys let me know what you guys think down below. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, leave this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Sorry for the short video. I will be breaking it down more in depth tomorrow. Take it easy. Peace.